Welcome to Khanversations. I'm Muqtedar Khan, your host, and today I'm going to talk to you about a very interesting episode that has taken place between India and Pakistan. It is an interesting commentary on Indo-Pak relations. I'm referring to this trip that the poet, the songwriter, the cultural icon Javed Akhtar made to Pakistan. He visited Karachi, where he attended a Faiz festival, a literary festival in the honor of the famous poet Faiz Ahmed Faiz, I guess. And there he made some interesting comments, and I briefly want to talk about it because I think that what Javed Akhtar did there was to play an exemplary role of a public diplomat. So if public diplomacy has to be conducted, this is one way in which you can do. So he has proven to be a great citizen ambassador of India in a very critical place. So this is what Javed Akhtar did while answering questions about his poetry, his writing style, etc. He made this interesting observation that while the two countries, at least there are constituencies in the two countries that would like to see relations improve, he pointed out that the generosity and acceptance is more on the side of India than Pakistan. He highlighted how India have celebrated many of Pakistani artists. He names Mehdi Hasan and Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, who were tremendously popular and were very well received in India. Their music was well received, as well as they themselves when they came to India. Not only that, there have been many other Pakistani stars who have been, celebrated in India. But he also highlights that Lata Mangeshkar was never received in Pakistan. So he tries to underscore the asymmetry in cultural appreciation and says that Indians appreciate Pakistanis more. But I would also like to point out to you that perhaps the Pakistanis are also very big fans of Bollywood movies. And I'm sure that if Salman Khan or Shah Rukh Khan or even Amir Khan were visiting Pakistan, there would have been no place left at that venue.
तो ये मैं तकल्लुफ से काम नहीं लूँगा. हमने तो नुसरत के बड़े बड़े फंक्शन किए, मेहदी हसन के बड़े बड़े फंक्शन किए. आपके मुल्क में तो लता मंगेशकर का कोई फंक्शन नहीं है. तो हकीकत ये है, चलिए अब हम एक दूसरे को इल्ज़ाम न दें, उससे सॉल्व नहीं होगा. ये अहम बात ये है कि ये जो आजकल इतना गर्म है फिजा, वो कम होनी चाहिए. हम तो बम्बई के लोग हैं, हमने देखा हमारे शहर पे कैसे हमला हुआ था. तो वो लोग नॉर्वे से तो नहीं आए थे, ना इजिप्ट से आए थे. वो लोग अभी भी आपके मुल्क में घूम रहे हैं. तो ये शिकायत अगर हिंदुस्तानी के दिल में हो तो आपको बुरा नहीं मानना चाहिए.
But then he goes on to say that he is from Mumbai and he cannot forget the terrorist acts that were performed in India by Pakistanis on 26th of November. And he goes on to say that the perpetrators of that terrorism are still living and walking around in Pakistan. And he says that Pakistanis should not hold it against Indians if Indians feel bad about it. So that was a very polite way in which he highlighted some very key points. Number one, that Pakistan continues to and has in the past supported and promoted terrorism against India, even orchestrated terrorism against India, and also continues to provide safe harbor to those terrorists. So that's an important point. He also brought it up to highlight that this is an important issue between the two countries and no activity can be conducted without addressing this particular issue of terrorism, which is cast a shadow on all forms of Indo-Pak relations. Even in the matter of cricket, for example, many Pakistanis feel that we should put politics aside and we should play cricket. And I think that is ridiculous. The thing that Javed Akhtar highlighted without actually saying is that Indo-Pak relations cannot be compartmentalized. So one country cannot be instigating violence against the other on a daily basis and also playing cricket and enjoying music and having cultural exchanges at the same time. You can't be doing both. If you want to be a friend, then be a friend. Don't keep stabbing us in the back. So that is the point that came across. And it was heartening to see that many Pakistanis in the audience actually clapped when he said that, when he talked about the attacks in Mumbai. That clearly shows that there are people in Pakistan who are not deluded by the official discourse and who understand the importance of this particular issue of cross-border terrorism. To me, what came out from that particular exchange with the audience is that there is a lot of appreciation for Indians and Indian achievements, especially in the arena of art and literature. I'm sure that if Indian authors also went across the board who write in English and other languages, not just in Urdu, which is appreciated in Pakistan, obviously, I think they would also be received just as well. But the most important thing, again, I want to underscore is that there is a constituency for peace in Pakistan as well as in India, and that needs to be nurtured. Now, this is very important because on the official level, there is no effective diplomacy going on. I mean, there are exchanges which are very nasty. The foreign minister of Pakistan calling India's prime minister as the butcher of Gujarat, and the Indian foreign minister calling Pakistan as the epicenter of terrorism. I mean, these are statements garnered at humiliating the other in the international arena and also gaining support with domestic constituency. It does not advance the cause of peace, nor does it improve relations and communications with the other. The other point, which I think was actually the most important point that Javed Akhtar made in his short discourse in Karachi, was that he highlighted the importance of regional growth. We actually have a course here, several courses actually at the University of Delaware on regionalism.
आपसे एक बात अर्ज करूं, नक्शा उठा के देखिए, मुल्क अकेले बहुत आगे नहीं जा पाते हैं, रीजन्स जाते हैं. We have, I can say with total confidence and pride that we have, in India, we have done a lot of good work, and from 47 till today we have reached miles and miles. But it could be even better. It could be even better. Today we are one of the most industrialized countries of the world. लेकिन इससे भी ज़्यादा अच्छा हो सकता था अगर पूरा रीजन हमारे एक दूसरे के साथ हो. आप देखिए, वेस्ट यूरोप एक कंडीशन में है, वेस्टर्न यूरोप, ईस्टर्न यूरोप एक कंडीशन में है, मिडल ईस्ट एक कंडीशन में है, फार ईस्ट मोर और लेस एक कंडीशन में है, नॉर्थ अमेरिका एक कंडीशन में है, साउथ अमेरिका एक कंडीशन में. तो ये रीजन्स हैं जिनका एक मिजाज बनता है, एक दूसरे से कोऑपरेट करें या ना करें. करेंगे तो अच्छा है, नहीं करेंगे तो सबका नुकसान.
And the point that he made was very interesting. He says there is a limit to how much a country can grow by itself. And therefore, it would be better if a region were to work together to grow. So instead of India progressing, which India has done in a very significant way and very impressive way, but if the entire region was working together on developmental issues, then India would probably have achieved more in the same period, and the other countries in the region too would also have achieved more. So the point that he highlighted was that the conflict that exists between India and Pakistan has inhibited the progress and development of the entire region and these two countries in particular, and therefore it is critical that some kind of amity and peace prevails so that both the countries can progress and so can the region. And there is only one way to do that, is to end terrorism coming to India from the side of Pakistan. Pakistan has become a very weak country at the moment, but even in 2022, we saw, at least the Indian government claims that 58 Pakistanis were killed on the border, even though terrorism in Kashmir proper has significantly declined to the extent that India is considering moving its troops out from the interior parts of Kashmir and just keeping them on the border, which suggests that the law and order situation has improved significantly and the jihadi threat has diminished. But nevertheless, I guess we will need evidence that the Pakistani government is not taking any steps to actively promote terrorism against India, and is also not providing safe harbor for terrorists who act independently of the government. There are many terrorists in Pakistan at the moment. And if you want to know what, just contact the Indian embassy. I'm sure they'll be happy to provide you with a list of all the people that they feel are instigating violence against India. But nevertheless, kudos to Javed Akhtar for being such a great ambassador for India and doing something which is really admirable. I hope that more celebrities use their celebrity status on both sides of the border to try and improve relations between the two countries, which is very important and critical. Cricketers can do this, and some of them already do that using YouTube and other means. But perhaps the legends of cricket can play a friendly series just for the purpose of promoting peace between the two countries. And we can also have cultural festivals where we can demand that the governments allow artists, etc., to go. But all of that is not going to happen if hostilities across borders do not come to a complete stop. And I hope you found my commentary interesting. And if you did so, please subscribe to Khanversations, press the bell icon. Don't forget to share the video with your friends and your social network. Thank you very much. This is Muqtedar Khan. Until next time.